Hi everyone, Igor from Vinous Reverie wine merchant here in Walnut Creek. This time of the week we got new stock in, all French wines. But before we start opening the stock, I just want to remind you that we're doing a greater Burgundy tasting this Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. So if you guys are in the area, I think it's going to be fun. So we're going to include Chablis from the north and some Beaujolais wines from the south. So it's going to be kind of, like I said, the greater Burgundy area. Should be fun tasting. But now let's start with actually opening up some more premium, kind of more renowned, world-class Burgundy wines from Cote d'Or. Specifically, we're going to have wines from Cote de Nuits, which is probably the most famous sub-region of Burgundy. That's where all the famous villages are. A couple of weeks ago, we had a wine from Vire, which is probably the most famous village for Burgundy. And now we have 4 wines from the satellite villages around there. So let's start opening them up. A lot of these wines, Burgundy wines, frequently they get imported not by cases like a lot of the other wines. They literally get imported by bottles. There's handful of bottles that go to allocated accounts or to like more kind of renowned wine shops. So definitely a demand-based wine. All right. All right, so here we have a wine from Domaine Rion in Chamboul, Moussigny. It's a villa, probably maybe second to Van Romani in fame. A little bit north of Van Romani, produces elegant, long-aged Pinots. All these Pinots, the 4 that I'm going to be showing, they're all retail between $85 to $100, which is obviously a premium price points, but these are pretty great values, I think, for what they are. Really nice wine. Got 92 points from Alan Meadows in Birdhound. He's kind of like a specialist in reviewing wines from Burgundy, and Vinous Media also gave it 92 points. So very good scores for this wine. And now here I think I'm gonna have like a mixed bag, because I definitely ordered these wines in small amounts. All right. So here we have wine from Domaine Anne and Ever Sugot. This is from Maurice Saint Denis, right there in the vicinity of Van Romani, a little bit north, next to Chamboul. Really nice wine. Got 93 points from Burkhound and Alan Meadows, the Burgundy specialist. I got 17 points from Jensen. So very good scores. All right, here. All right, so now we have a Premier Cru from Gervais Chambertin, another famous village. This wine got 93 points from Wine Spectator and 70 points from Jensen. So these are, like I said, these are premium wines, but very highly regarded wines. So I kind of pick and choose what I think are the best values, and that's what I try to bring into the shop. And like I said, these 2 bottles, I only have 3 bottles each. And then I have one more here. All right, and this is Nuit Saint George, which is a little bit south of Van Romani. Le Plateau from Montgero Munieret. This actually got a fantastic score. It got 17.5 from Jensen's, which is really high score for Burgundy. So I'm very excited about this wine. I'll take this one to my cellar. I think that's very great selection. Only 6 bottles of that one. I actually took the last 6 bottles that the importer had in stock. So these might be the last 6 bottles available in distribution. All right, so those were some of the red Burgundies from the premium villages of Cote de Nuits. Here we have a white Burgundy from Maconnais region, which is a little bit south in Burgundy. It's still part of the greater Burgundy area, but it's not part of the Côte d'Or, which is Cote de Nuits, Côte de Beaune are kind of the 2 famous villages. A little south, you have more Chardonnay-based regions, and so this is a really nice producer from Vire Clesse, a village in the Maconnais area, and The producer's name is Samais Michelin, and I've brought their wines in before. They're consistently good Chardonnay producer, and they produce like a richer style Chardonnay, which is kind of unusual for that part of Burgundy. Typically, Chardonnays in that region are leaner in style. But this one also got 90 points from Allen Meadows. It got 70 points from Jensen's, which is actually a fantastic score from a wine from Maconnais. And this retails for $34. So obviously, you know, much cheaper than the premium red Burgundies. All right, so that's all we have from Burgundy. But I have some other wines from France. Okay. All right, here's a Sauvignon Blanc from Menetou Salon, which is a village right next to Sancerre. So obviously Sancerre is the most famous village that makes Sauvignon Blanc based wines. This village is right next to it. And the reason this producer jumped out at me, his name is Remortier, is that he got 17.5 points from Jesse Robinson this vintage, the 2019 vintage. And actually that's the highest score for a wine from this village. So it definitely piqued my attention, and when I tasted it a couple of weeks back, it definitely was impressed with this wine. So fantastic Sauvignon Blanc, great substitute for Sancerre. Very similar kind of mineral profile. Some of the soils are silex soils, which gives it, the wine a little like flinty character, gunsmoke sort of characteristics. Very beautiful wine. One more for. All right, cool. Sparkling wine for Vouvray. Really been on a roll with sparkling Chenin Blancs lately, and this is another one. This is from Domaine Perrault de Jadot. Husband and wife team started making wine in tiny production about 10 years ago. Now they're acquiring more land and making more wine. Also, it jumped out at me because it got 70 points from Jensen's, and I thought it was on par for the course for the recent Chenin Blanc based wines that we had from Loire Valley. Really nice. If you like sparkling wine, I think you'll enjoy this one as well. All right, and I have one more wine right here to kind of finish up on the sweet note. Yeah. Sauternes. If you're not familiar, that's the most famous dessert wine in the world. It's in the Bordeaux area, and it's based primarily on Semillon grapes, sometimes blended a little bit with Sauvignon Blanc. This is from the 2016 vintage from Doisy Vedrines. Fantastic value. So it comes in a half bottle. Got 95 points from Wine Enthusiast and got 17.5 points from Jensen's, which is a fantastic score for Sauternes that retails below $30. So, you know, this was one of the better vintages of the last 5 or 6 that I saw her review. This definitely got the highest score, 17.5. I don't think anything more recently got as high a score as this. So I got 6 bottles in. If you like sweet wines, I think you should try this one. So, like with everything else, you know, all these wines are on the website. I have, you know, the pictures of the bottle shop, the pricing is there, all the information, critical reviews, the whole thing. So if you check out VinouSReverie.com, you'll see all these wines plus all the other wines that we bring in. So this is it for the stock. Thank you guys. So for this week, and I'll see you in next stock opening. Thank you.